Sir, ma'am, I see you watching. Don't you skip this video. If you stay with me, I'm going to explain to you why you just might be under divine judgment. And we're going to go through the return to sender laws of the Bible. Did you know, ma'am, sir, I said do not skip this video. Did you know that there is a return to sender law? People have cast spells on you, witchcraft, warlocks, and a lot of other things. And it came from the spiritual realm, because it tells us in Ephesians that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. We do not wrestle against our own flesh or blood, but wickedness, principalities, spiritual forces, evil in high places. We're going to talk about that. And let's get into the information like right about now. If you go to Google right now, you do a simple Google search with your smartphone and you ask, what is return to sender in the Bible? And this is what you're going to find. If you watch the show, you know by now I read so you don't have to. The back to sender concept, where harm, curses, or traps meant for you are returned to the perpetrator. When they spoke ill on your name, it returns to the perpetrator. When the witches and warlocks in your family and your friends that you never knew even exist cast spells of narcissism, doubt, fear, mistrust, ruining your reputation, it comes back. This is a universal law. Life or death. Your life or death is all in your tongue. What we speak goes out into the universe, it comes back. That's why they call it spelling. When you're writing things down, you're spelling. That's how the witches and warlocks have cast spells on you since you were a child and you did not know it. I did not know it, and we're going to talk about that. The most common scripture cited for the return to sender. This is something that your pastor won't preach. You won't hear this at church. Go to the book of Psalms in the King James Version of the Bible. That's the book of Psalms, chapter 7, verses 15 and 16. It reads, He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his head. What does that mean in layman's terms? He plotted, schemed against you. She plotted, schemed against you, lied on you, betrayed your trust, stole from you, perhaps even destiny swapped you. But guess what? That contract had to be made in the spiritual realm. There was a contract, whether consciously or unconsciously knowing, that was made in the spiritual realm. These demons, spirits, whatever you want to call them, cannot enter this light that we call the world without passage rights, without a host. Watch any movie. You Christians, you non-believers do not want to talk about this, but just watch any movie. They share it with you. The Avengers share it with you. Superman shares it with you. So what Psalms is telling us, chapter 7, verse 15, that, hey, he dug a pit for you, to throw you in it, destroy you, and guess what? It shall return to sender. All of the evil, all of the spells, it has to come back. We're going to talk about how it comes back momentarily. Moving on to the book of Proverbs, where it's all about wisdom, and there's some magic also in the book of Proverbs. I highly recommend that you take the time. You don't have to read it. It's on audiobook. In the book of Proverbs, in the King James Version of the Bible, chapter 26, verse 27, whosoever diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon you. You dug a pit, you dug deceit, you dug lies, you dug theft, you dug narcissism, you dug slander upon someone else. You shall fall in that very pit. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next month. It could be when you're most vulnerable in your elderly years, when your family and friends have forsaken you. You're alone. You can't take care of yourself. It's going to come back. The return to sender clause in these deals that these witches, warlock societies make, it always comes back. It always comes back. There's a return to sender law in the King James Version of the Bible, and it's all talking about the spiritual realm. Evil entities, forces, whatever you want to call them the Nephilim. I don't care what you call them. They must have a body, a host. We have light inside of us, even you dark people. There's a return to sender clause. Moving right along to our next biblical law about return to sender It can also be found in the book of Psalms, chapter 35, verse 8. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he hath hid catch himself. Into the very destruction, let him fall. This real stuff. The pastor not going to preach this. He not going to tell you, sister such and such, all your debauchery, all your whoredom is coming back to you. He never told me that me being a whoremonger, liar, and all the things that I used to be would make me hit rock bottom. But when I hit rock bottom, I figured it out the hard way. Once again, that is Psalms 35:8. Let destruction come upon him at unaware, meaning he's going to be unaware. She's going to be unaware that destruction is coming back. And let his net that he had hid catch himself. He had a net to catch you, catch your destiny, catch your blessings, catch your triumphs. He used lies, deceits, rumors, broke you down. You ever wonder why you was growing up, nobody listened to you? That's me. When I'm growing up, nobody listened to me. I never got respect. Now I know why. You witches and warlocks in my family, y'all cast spells on me. Guess what? They coming back. I figured it out. I'm going to show you how I figured it out, what I did, and the return to sender is underway. And I have nothing to do with that because I don't have any grudges and I have forgiven. And our last biblical law about the return to sender that is going to happen, there's nothing you can do about it, is also in the book of Psalms. From the book of Psalms in the King James Version of the Bible, Psalms 109, verses 17 through 19. May his curses return and cling to him like clothing. May they be tied around him like a belt. You a woman? Read it this way. May her curses return and cling to her like clothing. May they be tied around her like a belt. All the curses. People have cursed your name. People have lied. People have cheated. People have stolen. The return to sender clause comes back. There's no way around it. This is biblical law. Now, how did I figure this out? Well, if you know anything about destiny swapping, I'm sure I've been destiny swapped in my life. Growing up as a kid, for some reason, I didn't figure it out for many years. I'm not respected by anyone. Anyone that knew my family, whether it was distant friends, acquaintances, they treated me with a lack of respect. Whether it was cutting me off, not buying into my ideas, can absolutely see my talent. Pound for pound, if you're watching family, I'm probably the most talented. I make as much money as you. I never went to college. I barely graduated high school. None of my family members in my immediate family even showed up for my high school graduation, never came to my football games. On parents' night, I was by myself. Heart-wrenching, embarrassing. Through that pain, all these years, I finally figured it out, reading and hitting rock bottom and having to climb back up. The spells have been cast against me in the past. My name was dragged through a mud even as a kid. There's no way around it. It's no coincidence everywhere I went. In my environment as a kid, I was very disrespected. I know, mom, brother, you all were in conversations, and I don't know if you did it, but you were there not to defend me when my name was getting dragged through the mud, or I would have not received that kind of treatment. Listen to me closely. If you are disrespected by people that you really don't know, but they know your family, spells have been cast against you. Your reputation has been dragged through the mud. This is a fact. I'm going to say it again. People that you don't know, but they know members of your family, your name has been dragged through the mud. Your reputation has been ruined. That is a form of witchcraft, sorcery that came. They have made deals in the spiritual realm, whether consciously or unconsciously, that affects you. There's no way around it. The return to sender law is real. It will come back to you. Are you under divine judgment? Have you participated in rumors, lies, and deceit? Have you tried a destiny swap? Are you really who you portraying to be, or is that a destiny swap? So remember these two things before I end this. Number one, with the help of the King James Version of the Bible, I shared with you the return to sender law. I shared with you chapters and books in verses in the book of Psalms and Proverbs that backs up and proves that there's a return to sender law. You dig a grave for somebody else, you may as well be digging it for yourself. It's coming back. And number two, you just been on Project Expertise. Well, I'm the project. I just share with you my personal experience, and I gave you the expertise. You know the YouTube etiquette. You should practice it right now. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and a notification bell just might hit you like the harsh reality that there's a return to sender law. It can be found in the book of Psalms and the book of Proverbs. It is universal law. When I'm talking to you and I'm sharing this, I'm really talking to myself. Guess what? You just overheard the conversation. I hope you overheard it correctly. I hope you know this before I go, that you know that you are more than enough. You are worthy. You are adequate. You are deserving of respect, abundance, and a peaceful life. And I'll tell you what my father told me before he left the home when I was 8 years old, never to return. Before then, he used to tell me every day. He used to look me in these two eyes and say, Walter, you can do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it. I put my mind to making this content. I put my mind to being a positive impact in this world, on YouTube, and everywhere my essence go. How about you putting your mind to knowing that you can do anything you want to do? Is there a business idea? Do you want a romantic partnership? Do you want to be free? Do you want peace? You can do it. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed everything. Until the next episode of Project Expertise, be well, be yourself, and be proud of it.